And all of a sudden now you start thinking there's cameras. Like, who the heck, how does somebody know that I'm drinking this tea? Okay. So I started ripping my car apart. Right. I'm tearing the knobs off my volume, the volume on my stereo. I ripped the rear view mirror off my car because it's commenting on every little thing that I'm doing everywhere that I go, and then they start messing with you. There's cameras in your shoes. So now I'm taking my shoe. Right. I mean, they really, it really plays into it. Okay. And then I remember very distinctively one day, and I would say that this is the transition. Okay. And this is what has to happen for a lot of people for them to stop acting a fool. Okay. I was driving and I had a thought, and the thought was responded to. Okay. I had the thought in my head, what the hell is this? And then the voice itself responded to the thought and said, you have no clue what this is. Why don't you just, and then all of a sudden it became telepathic. Okay. It was no longer me driving myself insane, looking for cameras and wondering, how is this happening? I remember very distinctively pulling the car over and going, whoa, 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 whoa. And then at that point, it was all in my head. Okay. It became from that point, some sort of a conscious manifestation to 100% psychological. And then that's when it really hit the fan. That is from that point on, that was when the exposure therapy started. More voices were introduced, and then it began taking on a very paranormal effect, apparitions, because now it's conscious. It's all entirely conscious based. Okay. So now stuff was getting slammed in my apartment. Apparitions would come up out of like I guess a lower frequency. I remember one night this blue apparition came up out of nowhere, and it literally reached out and touched my forehead, and ran its finger down my forehead and then onto my lips. And you can feel it. It's a vibratory touch. It's as if you take like an electric toothbrush or the corner of your cell phone while it's vibrating and just run it over whatever part of your body, and that's exactly what it feels like. So it is some sort of energy being, it's entirely energy based.